Alright, so we're just about to take the test ride. I'm getting the brand new 2015 yellow FZ-09. I like these little graphics on the tank here. It's nice. So, getting ready to go. They're just covering the features on some of these bikes. He was showing us about the different modes. And, Space Pod's there with his white FZ-07. He's going to give that a roll with the kind of ride they do here. Maybe some of the other FZs are not 2015. There it goes. Come on, glove. Fit. Alright. So it's still just as narrow as I remember. It's very easy to foot. Get the kickstand up. We're in standard mode. We're gonna stay there as long as we can. Maybe bump ourselves up into A mode when we feel comfortable. Okay, everything's in its place. Yeah, I can flat foot this thing. The tank's very narrow and the seat is very narrow. I think we're ready to go here. Alright, very nice little motor, the triple. Now it doesn't sound like my Triumph Street Triple. It's a more torquey, it's a bigger motor, 850cc. So much bigger cylinders. Oh shit! What are you guys doing? Alright. Gotta be a little more careful on the clutch. Like I said, this thing is powerful. And the guy in front of me is cautious. Brakes are kind of aggressive. Yeah, this thing has a lot of juice. Alright. Yeah, that was a good kick. Good pull. Alright, here we go. They're pulling out. Let's face shield. Alright. Yep. Not too hard to do a downshift. First gear is pretty good. Don't know what he's going to do. I'll just stay here. Yeah, the fueling problems that plagued this thing when I rode this last year at the motorcycle show are not there anymore. The on-off transition is very smooth now. Didn't hamper the ability for this thing to push when you want it, but it still rides pretty good. Still plenty of juice. I don't feel like it's holding me back. It's got a bit of engine braking, which can be a little extreme. It's very upright, like my triple. A little more upright than I like. I think I feel like I'm sitting very forward. More forward than I prefer. Yeah, downshifts very nicely. A little blip. I'm in the next gear down. Yeah, it's very smooth on that. I wonder if it has a slipper clutch. Something about it just feels really smooth about that. The engine casing sticks out a bit. You can feel it with your legs if you're not careful. Okay. I went into A mode and I got more than I expected. Zoom in front of the space pod. Yeah, the on-off transition is really nice on this now. They've really cleaned up the throttle response. I can fully endorse this bike on that front. It's got plenty of torque. Climb this hill in 6th gear. Only at 4,000 RPM, still plenty of power. I can start rolling on. It doesn't take much to get it going. See, I learned the trick to these things is to transition yourself to the forward group. The closer you are to the leader, the more fun can be had sometimes. Downshift's very nice, very smooth. Yeah, I really got to find out what's up with the... Is there a slipper clutch, or is there something making this easier? Because it's very nice. But yeah, the on-off transition smoothed out perfectly. A little wave. I really, they've done it. They fixed that. Suspension's still fairly comfortable. I don't know if that means it's too soft. We haven't really done anything to really try that out yet. I think there's some corners coming up. The brakes are very aggressive. I almost binned it right at the beginning there because the brakes kind of caught me by surprise. There's plenty of wind in your face, plenty of wind in your chest, but it's not uncomfortable at this speed. About 65. It's there. It's okay. Of course, we're at the Long Beach port here. Yeah, downshifts are buttery smooth. Transmission or the engine, or maybe it's the clutch. I really like those. You should feel confident. I'm still struggling a little on my Triumph, but I'm getting pretty close to getting that sorted. Maybe just gotta get it a little more into break-in and use a little more RPMs than this bike requires. It's got a lot of power right off the line. You gotta be a little careful with that still. Oh yeah. Mirrors, like most upright bikes, you have to lean back to actually get much use out of them. There's trucks on our off-ramp and our on-ramp. I'm making it fun out there. Upshifts are a little, gotta be a little careful. But like most very torquey bikes, I guess the torque comes on quick, it comes on low, and you gotta be very choosy about which gear you're in. Much more so than on a bike where it builds power more aggressively. So if you want to be a little more careful on the throttle response, just go up a gear or two. If you want to be more aggressive, just drop a gear or two, and yeah, the speeds change a bit, but where you're at and how it feels is totally different depending on which gear you're in. How quickly it wants to take off. We're getting a lot of traffic, so not too many opportunities to really push. But they've certainly improved the on-off throttle response. It's just which gear you're in, how aggressive the torque kicks when you get back on the throttle. See, I was in 6th, now I'm in 4th. It's much more, You gotta be really a little slower, a little more progressive when you upshift. 3 kicks you a little faster. Yeah, this thing doesn't mind at all when I downshift. Yeah, now I'm in standard mode. It's much more progressive in the same gear. Suspension is a bit soft for my weight. But this yellow is very bold. Neutral is very easy to find. Yeah, standard mode's pretty safe now. See, last year they didn't describe B mode as a rain mode, they just described it as the easiest mode to ride in. This year they're describing B mode as a rain mode. Standard mode is what you should be using most of the time, and A mode when you want a little more racy kind of throttle response and you want maximum power out of the engine. And I concur, they've really changed it up. Standard mode is very comfortable and easy to use. It's even smoother on the response. And A is very aggressive, as usual. But this year I could actually use A for most of the ride, and I felt fine. Where last year I used A a couple times and walked away from it and said, up, standard, up, no, maybe standard's a little weird, I'll go for B. So they have really improved that. Standard mode will still get up there when you want it to. The signal indicator just tells you there's a signal on. It's like, hey, it could be left, could be right. You signaled something. Like this thing. A 3-wheel kind of go-kart. I was really worried about the throttle response. Didn't want it to kick me all of a sudden. That's pretty fun. Yeah, they fixed the throttle problems. This was really enjoyable. It was a much better ride than last time. I didn't scare myself the same way I did last time. And I wouldn't say it's because the FZ-09 was more powerful than I've ever ridden before, because it was. And I've ridden faster bikes, or fast enough bikes, now I get used to it. But no, they really just fixed all the problems that I had with the throttle response in the engine. So I can endorse it a lot more than I could before. So I like it. It's a good bike.